turning points in life is not one becomes a millionaire overnight or one got to be the luckiest day in their life. It is something different. I'll share my stories of 3 turning points that changed my life. Turning point 1. It happened many years back in the year 2013, close to 9 years. When I was down means completely down, that I had zero hope on living even for the next 30 days. I was down physically, mentally and financially too. I was down that I couldn't take action at all. I used to live in a dark room, in a lonely space because of the course of events that happened prior. There were problems with relationship, there were problems within the college, there were problems within friendship. So a lot more elements joined together and I was under the state of depression that I had zero hope on living even for 30 days. That's when a turning point happened. When my mentor grabbed my hand and took me to a class, he introduced me to a guru. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought that was a meditation class actually. I thought we're going to sit only for 20 minutes and nothing is going to happen. But it was different. For the first ever time, I got an opportunity that I didn't grab before, that nobody else in the world gave me that opportunity. It's an opportunity not given by the mentor. It's an opportunity not given by my guru. It's an opportunity created for me in a space just provided for me, in a space within. I didn't expect that those 20 minutes would be the turning point in my life. At the end of 20th minute, when I opened my eyes, for the first ever time, I realized that yes, I could live even more than 30 days. There are solutions for any problems. I could overcome whatever the crap I was going on. That literally got me a job. I became very good in all the aspects in life. The turning point really helped me, and with the turning point, I got a job, and after many years, not immediately. So turning point 1 happened in 2013. I got a job in 2014, and finally the second turning point for it took 5 years. It took 5 years to get into the turning point. For the first ever time, since I'm a software engineer, I used to wake up every day, go to office, code, come home, sleep. Go to office, code, come home, sleep. Go to office, code, come home, sleep. This pattern were repetitive. I was living a mediocre life until I realized in one of the international training events. I thought that it's going to be normal 2 days of session, a conference meeting, someone will talk boring stuff and it will be a sleepy session and all. Yeah, I went with that expectation. I saw a person, he was looking very young. He was getting ready with his formal attire with a mic and microphone transmitter. I remember all the scenes that were happening. He had a couple of his colleagues helping him to set up the entire training hall with charts, pictures, presentations, sound test. So all the preliminary tests were going on. I was observing closely. But at the very moment, at the first minute, I didn't realize that turning point is going to happen yet. The first minute the training started. This training started going on until it took me a couple of 2 hours, 3 hours to realize that I didn't even have a single second of boring session from the trainer. The trainer was spreading his energy to all the people in the hall. So it was energetic, it was power packed. It had all the elements that a student needs. It has all the elements that anyone needs. For transmitting his energy throughout the session, and that the training, the element that discussed during the training 3 years back is still running fresh in my mind. What the realization I got? What was the turning point, if you would ask? Yes, with turning point one, I got to live a good life, but it was a mediocre life. I was not living the life I desired. I did not unleash my potential at all, to be frank. At that instance, that trainer is training to wider audience. He's a founder of a company called RiseScrum. His name is Venkatesh Rajamani. He's a professional Scrum trainer. His energy is still fresh, running hot in my mind. Why? What is the self-realization I got? So when I was looking at him, when I was looking at the class setup with charts, with pictures, with pencil, with a notepad, with notes, so whatever the material is provided is something, it's something that I can visualize myself actually there. I realized that the life I'm living is not mine. It's not a kind of life that I needed to live, a mediocre life. I need to unleash my potential further. Yes, I took that turning point, made me to self-realize and took one step further to become a Scrum Master. So not only simply coding, to become a Scrum Master, to coach people, to coach team about delivering a value, satisfying a customer, thinking about customer-centric. A lot more elements can be added. Yes, I took that step and it was going well. And then the third step happened, the turning point. What? The third turning point is the reason why I am here. Is the reason I understood a lot of things. So when life was going with every day, every year, I was still living a mediocre life. So for the first ever time, I understood the meaning of procrastination. For the first ever time, I got introduced to a massive action coach. There were a lot of lack of clarity in life. The action coach helped me to understand the clarity in life. He made sure that the first element to attain anything, to live a desired life, to live a massive life, to live a happy life, is to unleash the burning desire, is to understand the burning desire. You could have desire at the earlier stage. You wanted to become rich, you wanted to become a happy life, you wanted to live a life with your passion, aligning with your passion, but over the course of events that might have deteriorated. But what the action coach taught me is to bring back those energy in a sheet of paper. Again, it's an opportunity again I grabbed. So not only stopping there, he added one more element to the life. You could have family, you could have friends, you could have colleagues, you could have manager, bosses, you could have any roles in the life. But he added one role that I never heard of, an accountability partner. I became an accountability partner of one person. He became accountability partner for me. Every day, we share our goals and to-do items and we progress towards it. Whenever I was down because of plus any reasons, the accountability partner jumps in. He applies certain strategies and guides me to complete the to-do items. The same way, vice versa. When my accountability partner, he's not performing or he is deviated from his goal because of plus reasons, I pull him and execute some strategies and we work together to take action and progress towards our goal. Yes, the self-realization here is, I understood that I was living a mediocre life. I was distracted by social media notifications, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram. When I spoke with a lot of people, they used to tell, I want to become a very good person, I want to change my company, I want to start a business. But what they say is, the reason why they are not doing this, either they are fear, they are lazy, or they say that they don't have time, but they have 3 hours or 4 hours of time scrolling through social media. So it is actually a health crisis and mental crisis as well. So I realized that the action coach and the accountability partner, they both are helping me to optimize the habits, to optimize the routines, to understand the clarity more, to continuously improve myself. The turning point 1 helped me to move from stage 0 to stage 1. Turning point 2 helped me to understand that I was living a mediocre life. Turning point 3 helped me to understand even more. But these turning points had a wide gap. One took many years to understand about meditation. Second one took me 5 years after turning point 1. And third one took me 3 years after turning point 2. Guys, self-realization is an important aspect of turning point. So if we realize ourselves and understand the capability of us and put it forward, work on it, then the life can be turned into a desired, happy, and a massive life. There is a slight difference. Some people self-realize themselves in earlier stage. Some people self-realization at later stage, even at 80s. If you get an opportunity to self-realize yourself as soon as possible, you'll be guided towards living your desired, happy, and a massive life. If you want to know more, if you want to have such turning points in your life, DM me at Vignesh BRB. Thank you all. Cheers.